Guys, welcome to the Chroma side of YouTube. So the project that I'm working on today is basically felting the back of my tiles. Now I know that I've shown you guys this before, but I want to go over it again simply because there are some new people to my channel. Hi y'all. And I figure why not? Now the things you'll need for this project are your painted tiles. These tiles I get from Michaels. This is actually an actual coaster made to be painted. And I poured on it and it was very porous, but it worked for the moment. These tiles over here I buy from Home Depot, and they have these grooves in the back, and that's actually because they're made to be put on a wall or the floor, and those grooves help them stay. Well, I'm not going to be using them for that purpose. I'm going to be using them as coasters, and this is actually going to be a trivet for someone to put a hot pan on, and that leads me to my next thing. These I buy from Home Depot. These I buy from Michaels. I don't think I'm going to buy these from Michaels anymore, not unless there's demand for them. I think I'm just going to stick to the ones that I buy from Home Depot. That being said, the heat thing. Now I have tested this. I have these, using them in my house right now. I put hot cup of coffee. I've put a hot pan, everything on these. What do I use to make them heat proof so that the design does not get ruined? First, I use some kind of Krylon varnish. This is to seal the acrylic paint that I use. These both I buy from Hobby Lobby. They are $10.99, but use your 40% off coupon. It's worth it. So first step after painting and drying and washing is to spray them down with your varnish. Second step is to let that dry completely. Then after that's dried completely and you've done however many layers of varnish you want to do, I usually do 2. I found this at Walmart. It is Rust-Oleum acrylic enamel. 2 times coverage, paint and primer, bonds to metal, plastic, and more. That is important because in a nutshell, acrylic, when it's dry, turns to like a plasticky finish. So plastic, anything that adheres to plastic, perfect. And it is gloss clear. Now, why do I do this after my varnish? Because this is, where does it say it? Do not apply to surfaces that exceed 200 Fahrenheit, 93 degrees Celsius, or galvanized metal. Avoid spraying in windy, dusty conditions. This is a heat-resistant spray. Up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what we use here down in the States. We use Fahrenheit, and it is 200 degrees Fahrenheit heat resistant. I have tested it. It works. That being said, I feel much safer doing this commission for my friend who has this wedding. This is the these are the rustic southern coaster set commission, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to felt the back to complete them, and I'm going to felt the backs of these. I've already done the other 4 in the set. I just thought I'd turn on the camera and show you guys how I do it. And then I've been meaning to felt these for a while, and because I have this big one, I needed something to use or to take up the rest of that felt in that sheet. So I decided I was going to felt the backs of these. These were the PBO Studio Acrylic coasters that I've done. All of these videos that I'm talking about, you can definitely scroll back and find them on my channel. But yeah, I'm very happy with this felt. It's pretty good stuff. Okay. I buy this felt from Joann's.com. I buy a nice neutral color that has some kind of paint on it now, but that's okay. Anyway, it's a peel and stick felt, and it's perfect for the backup coasters. So it's easy to use. I'm going to show you now. Alright, so these are my scraps from what I've just done, and never fear, guys, because what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to cut them into strips, and I'm going to make them into cool patterns and stick them to a wooden block and make a stamp out of them. So I'm not going to throw away my scraps. So what I do is I actually use the corner of the felt as a measuring guide. So because all of my stuff is square, of course. And then I take my little Sharpie, hold it in place, boom, do the same thing here. So those are measured out. I'm going to do the same thing here with this guy. I just love the way this felted bottom looks and slide. Like, it doesn't slide on the table, but the whole point of a coaster is to protect your table, right? So you don't want to put something on there that's going to scratch it up, like the raw edge of a tile, right? So to felt it, it kind of makes it a bit softer, so people feel better about putting them on their tables or their countertops or this, that, and the other. All right, now that my marking is done, I'm going to cut it. Now, I cut on the inside of this line here, so that, because if you think about it, we just traced the outside of that, so it's a little bigger than what we need anyway. So I like to take my scissors and actually make my cut on the inside of the line that I just drew. Probably a bit too far in, but I'm right-handed and I just cut on the right side. I'll do it like this, because I really don't want any more excess cut out of that. All right. There we go. You can still see my lines on my paper. That's exactly what I want. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to set those over there because that's where they go. I'm going to move my scraps out of the way now. And I'm going to peel this off. And the adhesive is now showing. And I just stick it down as evenly as possible onto our tile, giving it a good push. I'm gonna flip it over. I see that there's a little bit of a lip hanging off of this side. So that's where our X-Acto blade comes in. Because I'll just butt that right up to it, push down kind of hard. This table has been through all hell and back, so, did I really say that? This table's been through all kinds of stuff, so I'm not worried about tearing up my table. I mean, it's an art surface. And, come on now, don't do this on camera. Don't be a booty head on camera. Okay. Make sure your edges are nice and clean, and there you have your felted back of your tile. Put that to the side. And I'm gonna move this over here again. Because I feel safer putting these down on a clean, smooth surface. You do have to put them face down to do the felt. Okay. So guys, I just went, before I started filming today, I went to a local gallery and was talking to the curator, and hopefully I will get a call back to be placed into that gallery. Give me guys, please send me some prayers, and you know, do your thing. Send good vibes my way, because I could certainly use them. I want to be in there with my pouring, but I would also love to be in there with my mixed media, see where that can take me. I would just be over the moon for that. But I hope to, you know, kind of make a name for myself. You know, do you see that Amanda chick? She can do anything. I forgot to remove the stickers before I cut out, and I did this every single time for all this felt, and I kept thinking, man, I need to remove the stickers before I cut out my tiles. Psych. I mean, I guess it's just as crazy to do while it's big. check these sides. Yep, there it is. Now I'm going to just put these on. Beautiful. I don't know if I finished telling you all the things you need for your project, but obviously you just saw me do it. So the things you need for this project, if you're going to try this at home, is your tiles that you've painted and washed and cleaned and all that good jazz, and varnished and enameled. So your prepped tiles is your ingredient number one. Some sticky felt, or you can go buy some felt from Joann's, and you can buy some spray adhesive, and you can spray adhesive your own felt. And a pair of scissors, a Sharpie, and an X-Acto. So there's a few places that I need to trim off of these. This one is good. also I have felted coasters. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. Anyway, you guys, if you guys like what I do, please give me a thumbs up for a like, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications whenever I put up new videos. I hope you guys had a really wonderful time today, and I hope you guys were inspired. Bye-bye, y'all.